Arkansas Activities Association 4A State Basketball Tournament, presented by EAB Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Centennial Bank, NEA Baptist, First Community Bank, the U.S. Navy, Ritter Communications, St. Bernard's, Air Today, Farmers and Merchants Bank, the United States Air Force, and ASU Newport.
We welcome you back inside Panther Arena. The road to the Spa City continues here on the campus of Magnolia High School. It is game 3 of day number 4. It is the Arkadelphia Lady Badgers when they take on the undefeated Lady Bruins of Pulaski Academy in Little Rock, Arkansas. Alex Gallion, joined alongside me, of course, is Ethan Murphy. Ethan, after what we just witnessed, probably the most hyped game of this tournament, Blytheville and Magnolia. Magnolia will move on to play Morrilton tomorrow in the semifinals, but coming up next is Arkadelphia and Pulaski Academy. Your thoughts going into this one, because this game could be really tough.
Obviously, Pulaski Academy, a very intimidating lineup, you know. But Arkadelphia, we had some fans off air talk to us and tell us that they should never rule out Arkadelphia. And I'm not going to say that they're going to win, but I am going to say that they could put up a tough fight against the Pulaski Academy and Lady Bruins.
Yeah, Pulaski Academy obviously undefeated, but this Arkadelphia team is no one to sleep on, so it's going to be an interesting game when we come back. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association Class 4A State Basketball Tournament.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation. An expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
I said I'd never join.
Thought living on sub would be too hard.
I figured only the weatherman tracks storms.
I said my job wouldn't matter.
Never knew how strong I was. I never thought this would be my commute.
I figured I'd never get out of my hometown.
Or be the one who stops an attack. Joining the Navy sounds crazy. Saying never actually is.
You've got to have someone that understands what you are doing as a mission. Community bankers are important that way because they understand the community relationships that we have to form to be successful.
I feel like First Community Bank and Myers-Davis, our cultures are so similar. It is all about relationship.
It's a real $1 billion community to have a bank like First Community to be supportive of so many things.
They're willing to take a chance on entrepreneurs, which is helpful to make the community grow.
It is time for another matchup inside Panther Arena. The undefeated Pulaski Academy Lady Bruins. Their season is on the line. Their undefeated streak is on the line when they take on the Arkadelphia Lady Badgers. Ethan, they honestly, and I've said this a lot during this tournament, this game's got a lot to build up to, especially with what we just witnessed. But this ought to be a fun one.
We saw the Queen play earlier and win that matchup. Obviously, them and PA, the two favorites to win so far, with the Queen only having one loss, PA being undefeated for the season. We're going to see if Arkadelphia can really compete and possibly knock off the crown of this undefeated Pulaski Academy team. I think even though not every team got to play Pulaski Academy, and not every team will, aside from a few, You know, everybody wants to be the one to beat the undefeated team at state.
Of course, everyone wants to be the one to spoil an undefeated season. Will it happen? I can't confidently tell you it will, but I can confidently tell you this, that this is going to be a really underrated game. I feel like a lot of people might be sleeping on this Arkadelphia team. So I'm very interested to see on how this Arkadelphia team can compete against Pulaski Academy. We've got another awesome girls match later tonight at 7 o'clock. The Brooklyn Lady Bearcats will take on a highly ranked team in the Nashville Lady Scrappers. We've also got two more awesome boys matchups, Mills University and Pottsville, including Eastham and Camden Fairview. That is all still to come tonight, live here on YouTube for the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association Class 4A State Tournament.
In order to get here, PA had to beat the Blytheville Lady Chickasaws, and in order for Arkadelphia to get here, they had to beat the Berryville Lady Bobcats.
Yeah, that was a huge win over Berryville. This PA team is just so well coached. Legendary coach, 21st year for Becky. That one's stolen. They get it up court. A corner three will be no good that time from TT Tate. Tate was someone that we saw in the regional tournament. She had an absolute dominating performance in that tournament.
I got to give a shout out real quick to the jerseys for both teams. I think both of these jerseys look very nice on the floor, and the contrast with the court.
I actually completely agree. I really like Arkadelphia's jerseys. I think they're very underrated looking. Nice putback though that time from number 23, Greenland Elmore. Elmore was someone that has already been really dominant in this 4A state tournament so far. Cannot get that one to go either.
That was a nice pickup from Tate though, almost able to, not able to finish on the execution at the end.
Inside, that one off the left hand will be good for Sanders.
Sanders, a great player that we saw in that matchup against Blytheville. A lot of shots able to be made.
We'll steal it once again, a 4-0 run so far. Left wing three coming up for Elmore. Elmore will miss. This is going to be a fun matchup here. Whistles are blown. Foul called on number 13 of Pulaski Academy, Sophia Boyd.
It's been a bit of a slow start here for the Lady Badgers. They're trying to pick it up.
That one off as well. Elmore will take it in stride with the Euro step. We'll miss that one. So a nice rebound from Taylor Altman. Altman will look to drive. That one's ripped away. So great job from number 30, Lindsey Johnson, for not giving up on that play.
After that play, we see directly behind the game in front of us, the Mills Comets.
They have a big matchup against Pottsville. J.C. Jones hit 1,000 career points yesterday and a huge win for his team. Gentry under the basket will get the first score for the Lady Badgers.
Gentry, a player that we talked about a lot in the first matchup of this tournament. Able to, get in the paint, box it out, and get the rebounds as well as some shots.
Stewart with a huge three-pointer in the corner for Pulaski Academy. Nice jump shot from TT Tate will be off and will go out of bounds on a Lady Bruin.
Very impressive three-pointer from Stewart earlier. Stewart currently has offers from Southern Miss and UNT.
Those are big offers. Try to get that one into Johnson. That one's ripped away, and it's just out of bounds. She almost got that one. Great hustle play, though, from Stewart. So already a timeout for Arkadelphia. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association Class 4A State Basketball Tournament.
I chose a car that would be safe for our family. And when it comes to our financial future, I don't take any chances there either. That's why we bank with Centennial. They give me everything I could want in a bank, from the latest technology to great service. But the biggest thing they give me is confidence. So in a time when there's plenty of things to worry about, my money isn't one of them.
In the early beginnings of the first quarter, it is 7-2. The undefeated Lady Bruins lead Arkadelphia so far here, Ethan.
Arkadelphia is going to have a tough time against the Lady Bruins, but I believe if they really try, to knock some shots down, they'll get them.
This PA team, they're undefeated for a reason. Lost control of that one. Pulaski Academy will have it on the fast break as Boyd, but that one's stolen from Altman. That one ripped right away. Elmore will take it all the way. We'll get an easy basket. Baseline drive. We'll take it. They will wave it off. She will end up stepping out of bounds. Excuse me, there will be a foul called. Be a foul on PA there. Right wing coming up for Johnson. Johnson will be a little bit too far to the left there, so a turnover on Arkadelphia. PA will get the ball back here. The Magnolia Panthers will play Nashville today, and I believe in one of the first games for baseball this season, so that's why you saw a lot of baseball players in that student section the last game. J-Mac will take it off the back glass. That one will not fall. A nice rebound from Elmore. Elmore will take it in stride, pass it over inside for Stewart. Stewart will get the bucket.
The Lady Badgers just have had a really tough time getting shots to fall so far. Only one bucket, it's really tough against PA. They have a great defensive effort.
Mouse pass was intended for Gentry. Someone needs to move their car ASAP before it gets towed. It's unfortunate. Pass in for Arkadelphia. Taylor Altman in that corner. She's wide open. Shot's good. She'll be able to get that one to fall. So the first three-pointer for Arkadelphia will make it 11-5.
A nice pull-up there from Altman. Altman, a player usually able to knock them down for Arkadelphia. They've got some good talent in her, Gentry, and Tate.
Right wing once again for Stewart. That one will miss. Elmore under the basket will grab the rebound and is fouled.
There's a 6-point deficit right now. Arkadelphia managing to keep up, but PA could pull away from their score if they're not careful.
So Elmore up at the line here to shoot two for the Lady Bruins. Will strike on her first free throw. Gentry will be subbed out, and they will put in number 10, Reagan Harris. That one good as well. Elmore 2 for 2 at the line there, 13-5 now. Johnson lost it. Elmore picks it right back up. Elmore will take it. She'll go right back out. She will spin, try to kick it over to her teammate. She's able to keep that one alive. Johnson does. Now a mid-range pull-up jumper is good. That time for number 13. Sophie Boyd will get another bucket. Altman with the right hand will not get that one to go either. That ball will end up going out of bounds on Arkadelphia. That one missed as well. Elmore still has it, and that one's stolen from Harris or from Johnson that time. Left wing will miss once again from McKillen.
It's been a really fun fourth day here at the Class 4A state tournament as we continue, with second round of action. You get tougher matchups and more hype ball games.
That's for sure.
As we just saw with Magnolia and Blytheville.
Yeah, I mean, that was the most hype game. Been broadcasting for 4 years, and that I ain't never seen a student section like that ever in my life. A foul called, so PA will go to the line here. It will be number 3, Madison Sanders, with the free throw shots.
PA extending that 10-point lead. Trying to not let Arkadelphia break away at all.
There will be a timeout called from Arkadelphia, so a 10-point ball game. The Bruins lead so far. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association Class 4A State Basketball Tournament.
Looking for what comes next? For that moment when everything finally...
1 minute!
Whichever path you choose, it starts here.
When you look at St. Bernard's today, you'll see history being made, day after day. Because the people of St. Bernard's never stop providing healing that goes beyond medicine, beyond the walls of our hospitals and clinics. And our mission grows stronger every day. A mission started by sisters determined to bring healing to all those in need, today and for generations to come. St. Bernard's, 125 years of healing beyond medicine.
Back inside Panther Arena, it is 15-5 here. Pulaski Academy leads Arkadelphia here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes left to go. Will make that one as well. Madison Sanders able to convert. 17-5 is the score. Try to get that one under the basket, and that one unsuccessful. In strive, off the back glass, another nice bucket for Stewart that time. So 19-5 now. Inside, we'll miss that one as well. The layup blown from Jackson. Pass intended for Stewart will go right out of bounds, so the Lady Badgers will get it back here.
Stewart wasn't looking for the ball, rolled past her and out of bounds. A miscommunication between players.
Will end up causing a turnover for PA. The double team almost, they get that one right back. The double team was too powerful, an error from some Lady Bruins. Pull up from TT Tate. Tate will miss that one. Nice rebound though, inside for Johnson. Johnson will get that one to go back in.
Another rough play from the Lady Bruins there. You know, they've had the points tonight, obviously, but they should have been able to convert on that steal.
Pulaski Academy will have the ball back. Less than a minute here to go inside Panther Arena. Bounce pass into the hands. She'll put up the jump shot. That shot off from Elmore, so Arkadelphia will get it back here. About an 8-second difference on the shot clock and game clock here. We'll look to drive. Nice kick out. That's over to McKillen. J-Mac will hop step, tries to get that one to go. Will miss it. They'll get another offensive rebound, puts up the shot. That shot off from Reagan Harris, and major collision at half court.
Both players down.
As number 20, Jackson, seems pretty hurt. She's gonna go limp off to the bench. So Elmore will actually pick up the foul that time for PA. It'll be 3 team fouls apiece here in the first quarter.
It could have gone on either player, honestly, just because of how hard they hit each other. But I'm sure Arkadelphia happy with the call.
We'll get that one inbounded to TT Tate. Tate lost control, and a foul called once again on PA.
We hear some vocal PA fans in front of our commentating booth.
Yeah, they're definitely they definitely bring the energy. TT Tate with the right hand floater will be off that time. Elmore will take the ball down here. With 4 to shoot, TT Tate will steal it. She will look to drive, will get it before the buzzer sounds, and the layup will fall for Tate. So the score inside here is 19-7, 19-9 now. They updated it in the in-house. So PA still leads by 10. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association State Basketball Tournament.
Since 1945, we've been more than just a bank. We've been deeply rooted in communities across Arkansas, growing alongside the families and businesses we serve. We started the Farmers and Merchants Bank in Stuttgart, Arkansas 80 years ago to ensure working folks could borrow money to run their farms, fund their businesses, and build their families' futures. Today, Farmers and Merchants Bank is proud to continue supporting our communities, including our students and athletes. Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Inside Panther Arena on the campus of Magnolia High School is a 10-point ball game here, Ethan. Thoughts on that first quarter?
Arkadelphia just has not been able to convert as much as I think they've been wanting to. They've had a lot of foul calls. PA just been running away with it so far with a lead of 10 points. I think if Arkadelphia comes back, feeds the ball to Tate, J-Mac, and Gentry, we could see a comeback here from the Lady Badgers.
Anything's possible, especially this time of the year, March. They don't call it March Madness for no reason. It has been pure madness today, especially here inside Panther Arena.
You bet.
TT Tate will take the ball down here. PA with a 10-point lead. The third game. Still that time for PA. Elmore will take the ball up court. Whistles are blown, and a foul call seemed to be on, a technical foul on number 10. So Reagan Harris will pick up a technical foul for Arkadelphia. Harris seems to be extremely confused by it. I wish we could know up here where how the technical foul is committed and why it was committed. They only discussed that down there on the coach's side, so it'd be nice to know as a broadcaster. 10-point lead, as we'll make it now an 11-point lead. The free throws are good that time from Boyd.
Maybe something was said.
Possible. That most of the time, that's probably what was said. Something was mouthed off.
Still, with
it
how
happens.
confused she looked, I don't know.
You just got to be careful with what you say, man. The Arkansas Activity Association, they support sportsmanship and care and fair and honest play. Inside for Harris and one for Pulaski Academy. Elmore will get the big and one that time.
Elmore currently with 8 points on the night, gearing up for double digits.
Looking to convert on the and one play, as she does. McKillen will take it up court. She goes by J-Mac. J-Mac with the floater will be no good. Left wing coming up once again. Shot's good for Stewart. Stewart will bang another three. Taylor Altman, she'll look to drive. In transition, will miss that one as well. Looked at that one off as well from Madison Sanders. Inbound coming up for Pulaski Academy. Elmore will miss that one. I think she got a hand on it. That was number 20, Jackson. So great job defensively from her. 26-9 now. Slings it over to McKillen. 15 on the shot clock here. And McKillen's wanting a possible screen. She'll just have to take it herself. Wanted to pass it out to Altman. That one's stolen. Major contact. Now in the corner. Wanted to go baseline. Great defense, though. McKillen now. She'll shoot from the right wing. Will miss. And PA able to get a rebound. And the PA fans are very vocal here tonight. Blocked. A major block, but I've also contact as well. This game's been physical, Ethan.
It has been. You saw Tate and Elmore fall there. Elmore's second hard fall.
This game is already getting really physical. And we're not even past halftime yet.
It's hard to believe this is only the third matchup of the day out of 6. It's been a fun one here in day 4 of the Class 4A state tournament.
Honestly, this day has gone by, I think, faster than the last couple days have. I think it's just because of the huge matchups that we have. Tomorrow we're going to have 4 games instead of 6, so I think it'll be a little easier on myself and you. But tomorrow is going to be huge. Semifinals. The winner of the semifinals will head to Hot Springs. We'll head to Bank OZK for the 4A state championship in a travel called that time on number 20, Jackson.
All the teams going to the semifinals, trying to get to the Spa City.
Yeah, I mean, that's where everyone wants to go. I mean, that's what you work for all season long. You put your blood, your sweat, your tears into everything all season long, working from the time in summer all the way into fall. And then you start basketball almost towards November, December. You work for it all. You play all season long. You play in conference all year long, and then you go to the tournament, and that's exactly where you want to be. That's where everyone wants to be. They want to be a state champion. Nice finish that time for PA.
I forget which coach said it, but it really stuck out to me. He talked about how, even if you know, you lose all through your season, you can still come into the playoffs and overcome adversity.
Timeout called. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association Class 4A State Basketball Tournament.
Upgrade to a new Train home comfort system with Air today and receive up to $2,500 in instant rebates and tax incentives. Special financing is available, subject to credit approval. Call Air today, your trusted heat and air company.
It's hard to stop a train.
We welcome you back inside Panther Arena on the campus of Magnolia High School. It is 31-9 here. PA with a huge lead over Arkadelphia. Little Rock Christian ended up losing to Benton in the 5A state tournament. Sure, Alex Hall is somewhere very sad, but sure Little Rock Christian will be back next year. JJ Andrews, not even a senior, so I'm very interested to see how that Little Rock team will be next year. Inside for Gentry as she is fouled, so she'll go to the line here to shoot two.
This may see a shift for Arkadelphia. They have not scored a single bucket, and we are almost through half. They have not scored a single bucket in the second quarter. That Little Rock Christian matchup, though, a massive, massive matchup. Obviously, a lot of people pulling for Benton, but a lot of people pulling for LRCA.
Including myself. I was wrong about another prediction. The last time I go on a podcast about predictions.
I think predictions is what makes, you know, these types of tournaments fun, is if you get stuff wrong.
That's true, and I'm going to be honest. This has been a very unpredictable 4A tournament. There's been a couple teams that, you know that we're going to last and we're going to go far into state, but there's also been some teams that we didn't even think would make the state tournament, and then there's some upsets that we thought were impossible.
I would say that's mostly in the boys division. The girls division has gone pretty, you know, how most people have thought it would go, but the boys division has just been all over the place. It's been a blast to cover that one, you know, unpredictability, but it's also nice to see teams like PA and the Queen soar when you know that these are tough contenders in the girls division.
Of course, I mean, you see teams like Mills and obviously Magnolia, Morrilton. We could possibly see Brooklyn in the semifinals. It'll be first time in years that Brooklyn has made it past the final, the Elite Eight. Ball will go out of bounds, so Arkadelphia will get the basketball back here, 33-11. Still a sizable lead over Arkadelphia so far.
Elmore currently has 14 points on the night. I'm sure she'll only grow that number as the matchup continues.
Big three from the left wing from Jackson is off. McKillen fighting for it. Will blow the whistle. I'm going to go out of bounds on PA. So Arkadelphia back here with it. Get that one inbounded. McKillen will look to drive, will put up the mid-range jumper, will be off with that one, and a nice rebound that time for Stewart. Foul called once again will be on T.T. Tate.
It's been a fun few days up here in Magnolia, Arkansas. A lot of crazy matchups, obviously. Very excited to see if Eastham can pull out the win against
Camden Fairview.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough matchup. Eastham beating one of the highest ranked teams in the Class 4A state tournament going in.
Specifically the 7th best ranked team in the state of Arkansas, Forest City. Huge win for Eastham and Coach Monty Pautel. That will be your main event tonight at 8:30. The Eastham Mets and the Camden Fairview Cardinals. that will be a tough matchup for Eastham. But with Eastham beating Forest City, I mean, how could you not be confident in Eastham? Eastham is on fire right now. I know that they're going to be bringing a huge student section as well for that game tonight. But, I mean, a lot of shocking things have transpired in this state tournament. Been an awesome 4A state tournament.
It definitely has been. It's been so much fun, and the games going forward are only going to get more intense than the ones we've already seen. There's been some crazy matchups so far. Probably topping them all was Blytheville and Magnolia today. When it comes Eastham and Forest City.
Yeah, when it comes to the environment, it's going to be tough to beat that Blytheville and Magnolia matchup. So much history between both of those schools. With 2:44 left to go here, TT Tate will have it. Send it over to J-Mac, now over to Jackson. TT Tate. Right wing three-pointer will miss, and nice rebound that time from Carter. Carter will take it up court. What a physical ball game we're witnessing. Timeout called from Pulaski Academy. So the Bruins will lead the Lady Badgers 33-11. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association Class 4A State Basketball Tournament.
A Ritter Go-Getter gets everything done, and Ritter Gig Internet can handle a ton. You'll create art for the whole world to see, find new ways to support all your teams, and arrange new arrangements for arranging your screens. You'll game, you'll stream, you'll bike till you can't, create filtered water for you and your plants, or watch video instructions for hemming your pants. With Ritter Internet, look at all you'll accomplish, connect all your devices, and, schmabomplish? With Wi-Fi this fast, there can be none better. So get in touch and be a Ritter Go-Getter.
Been an awesome week here at Magnolia High School for the Class 4A Centennial Bank State Basketball Tournament. It's been awesome to cover as PA leads Arkadelphia 33-11 here in this ball game.
It's been a fun one. PA obviously has been dominating so far. And we've seen a lot of good matchups, but PA in the past two have just been able to run away with the lead no matter who they're up against.
In the corner is Carter. Carter will overshoot that shot. They get an offensive rebound over Gentry. Elmore will miss that one as well. Wait, no, she'll get another offensive rebound. Look to drive. Elmore will take it herself. Will miss that one. They get another offensive rebound, and it's a possession will stay with the Lady Bruins.
I mean, just looking at some of PA's games this season, they have beaten multiple teams that managed to get to the 4A state tournament. In regionals, they beat the Eastham Mets by 40, and they also beat the Mills University Lady Comets by 31.
And now Mills, a team who's destined to play DeQueen in the semifinals tomorrow at 12 o'clock. PA is able to win this one. They will either play Brooklyn or Nashville, and that will be a fun matchup either way.
Also Clinton, a team that we saw get knocked out after that DeQueen matchup. PA played them and won that matchup 71-29.
Yeah, DeQueen's on a whole nother roll. A lot of people say it's going to be PA and DeQueen. Don't second guess anything, but I wouldn't second guess anything. You know, a lot of media critics saying at the beginning of the season it could have been PA, or a lot of people saying it was going to be PA in the state championship. That's still looking to be possible, obviously, but I think DeQueen was not looked in, especially at the beginning of the season. As this playoff has rolled around and as we've covered DeQueen in the regional tournament, a lot of eyes are on the Lady Leopards now.
The Lady Leopards have just been able to prove themselves. They only lost one game during their season, but still I think they were an underrated team coming into the playoffs. You know, DeQueen and PA have not played each other yet, so when we do see, or if we do see that matchup, the question really is, can DeQueen upset PA and spoil their record?
I mean, that's to be seen. But, you know, you never know. It could be Brooklyn or Nashville. Also, you never know as well. Arkadelphia, they could end up coming back in this game, and they would also shock the world.
That's what we love about the Class 4A state tournament. A lot of unpredictability, not knowing which teams are going to make it. You know, like you said, Arkadelphia right now down by 20 with 49 seconds until the half, but it is very possible for Arkadelphia to make a comeback. We've seen a lot of crazy comebacks so far. Westside led Morrilton, and then Morrilton came out with the win in that matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a very unpredictable tournament, honestly. I mean, even if you thought certain teams were going to be in it, turns out they're not. So it's been an awesome state tournament. Magnolia High School has done a fantastic job hosting the state tournament, as they always do. They hosted many state tournaments in the past. They always do a fantastic job. The hospitality has been great. So we appreciate the coaching staff and administration here at Magnolia High School. TT Tate will drive, will miss that one. Jackson will put it back up for a second chance. Gentry now into the basket. She'll go for it, and that is a nice rebound from PA. PA will be back on offense. A mid-range pull-up will be off that time. No shot clock remaining. TT Tate will pull it for the mid-range. Will miss that one. Jackson once again under the basket for another offensive rebound, but will miss it. And 8 seconds to shoot here inside Panther Arena. We'll look to drive, and Stewart is fouled hard. Gentry will pick up that foul. Make that first one.
Quickly, I'd like to shout out all the viewers that we've had for this entire tournament. We've had a very loyal fan base for the Class 4A state tournament. We appreciate you all very much for watching and tuning in to all of these games.
Yes, we'll talk about it at halftime, but Pulaski Academy, they lead Arkadelphia 39-15. As we roll into the second half, you're watching Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association Class 4A State Basketball Tournament.
I chose a car that would be safe for our family. And when it comes to our financial future, I don't take any chances there either. That's why we bank with Centennial. They give me everything I could want in a bank, from the latest technology to great service. But the biggest thing they give me is confidence. So in a time when there's plenty of things to worry about, my money isn't one of them.
Looking for what comes next? For that moment when everything finally...
1 minute!
Whichever path you choose, it starts here.
You need a job, a future. So what should you do? Where should you go? At ASU Newport, the answer is just down the road. With 3 campuses tailored to different skill sets, ready to set you soaring with in-demand skills and unlimited earning potential. Our Jonesboro campus features programs in welding, patient care technology, advanced manufacturing, and more. Start your future now at ASU Newport, your community college.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car, to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
Upgrade to a new Train home comfort system with Air today and receive up to $2,500 in instant rebates and tax incentives. Special financing is available, subject to credit approval. Call Air today, your trusted heat and air company.
It's hard to stop a train.
A Ritter Go-Getter gets everything done, and Ritter Gig Internet can handle a ton. You'll create art for the whole world to see, find new ways to support all your teams, and arrange new arrangements for arranging your screens. You'll game, you'll stream, you'll bike till you can't, create filtered water for you and your plants, or watch video instructions for hemming your pants. With Ritter Internet, look at all you'll accomplish, connect all your devices, and, schmabomplish? With Wi-Fi this fast, there can be none better, so get in touch and be a Ritter Go-Getter.
Since 1945, we've been more than just a bank. We've been deeply rooted in communities across Arkansas, growing alongside the families and businesses we serve. We started the Farmers and Merchants Bank in Stuttgart, Arkansas 80 years ago to ensure working folks could borrow money to run their farms, fund their businesses, and build their families' futures. Today, Farmers and Merchants Bank is proud to continue supporting our communities, including our students and athletes. Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome you back inside Panther Arena. It is 29 to Arkadelphia's 15. Ethan, so far thoughts on that first half? PA really just dominating so far.
PA came out of the first quarter with 19 points, Arkadelphia with 9. PA able to go into halftime, scoring 20. Arkadelphia only scoring 6. It's been such a drought for Arkadelphia. They've been able to knock some down, but it's been all PA so far. We know Arkadelphia is capable. We saw them do it in the first round. We know that they have some great players like Tate and Gentry. They just need to start putting up some buckets against PA. It's still not too late for a comeback, even though it is a big point deficit. But really, they just got to knock some shots down. They got to be able to put some buckets up. That's really all it is. I know it sounds very simple and obvious playing the sport of basketball, but if you can't get your shots to fall, that can be a detriment to the game.
Yeah, PA so far, they've just been the better team. Undefeated. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. The Lady Bruins lead the Lady Badgers 39 to 15 here inside Panther Arena. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association Class 4A State Basketball Tournament.
Attention sports enthusiasts, get ready to be amazed by Summerwood Sports Complex, the new state-of-the-art facility in Bryan. Our facility offers up to 4 courts spread across 2 spacious gyms, conveniently located off Interstate 30 in Bryan. Whether you're a team seeking tournament glory or an individual looking to elevate your skills, Summerwood Sports has got you covered. Discover more about our cutting-edge facility and check availability at summerwoodsports.com.
You've got to have someone that understands what you are doing as a mission. Community bankers are important that way because they understand the community relationships that we have to form to be successful.
I feel like First Community Bank and Myers-Davis, our cultures are so similar. It is all about relationships.
It's a real boon to our community to have a bank like First Community to be supportive of so many things.
They're willing to take a chance on entrepreneurs, which is helpful to make the community grow.
When you look at St. Bernard's today, you'll see history being made, day after day. Because the people of St. Bernard's never stop providing healing that goes beyond medicine, beyond the walls of our hospitals and clinics. And our mission grows stronger every day. A mission started by sisters determined to bring healing to all those in need, today and for generations to come. St. Bernard's, 125 years of healing beyond medicine.
We are pioneers, dreamers, the ones they said would never make it, and the ones still trying. We're lifesavers, life changers, those who bring life to your world. We're where compassion meets precision and empowerment meets innovation, an expert system of care where love abounds so that God can do the impossible. We are NEA Baptist.
I said I'd never join.
Thought living on sub would be too hard.
I figured only the weatherman tracks storms.
I said my job wouldn't matter.
never get out of my hometown.
Or be the one who stops an attack. Joining the Navy sounds crazy. Saying never actually is.
You need a job, a future. So what should you do? Where should you go? At ASU Newport, the answer is just down the road. With 3 campuses tailored to different skill sets, ready to set you soaring with in-demand skills and unlimited earning potential. Our Jonesboro campus features programs in welding, patient care technology, advanced manufacturing, and more. Start your future now at ASU Newport, your community college.
I chose a car that would be safe for our family. And when it comes to our financial future, I don't take any chances there either. That's why we bank with Centennial. They give me everything I could want in a bank, from the latest technology to great service. But the biggest thing they give me is confidence. So in a time when there's plenty of things to worry about, my money isn't one of them.
If you grew up playing basketball in this state, you recognize their names. Isaiah Joe, Bobby Portis, Malik Monk. They may be playing in the association now, but they got their start here. You want to find out who the next Shakina Strickland, Kristen Williams, or Austin Reeves is? Just tune in starting March 13th, and it runs all weekend long. For all the ways to watch, just log on to myarpbs.org/sports.
Starting March 13th, the Arkansas State Basketball Championship games will be live broadcasted on statewide television on Arkansas PBS Sports, a great broadcasting crew with M&M Productions. They always do a great job doing the state championship games. Inside for PA, that one is off as well. It's 42-15 here. So Madison Sanders will be at the line here.
Madison Sanders shooting 2 for the Lady Brooms.
We'll miss that second one. We're able to get a rebound as Gentry. An inside drive for Johnson is good. As Johnson seemed to have hit her head. Be a personal foul on Johnson as well. The basket will not count. 43-15 still the score.
This is not good for Arkadelphia. PA almost leads by 30 immediately out of the half.
Yeah, that just shows you how dominant PA is.
You know, even though there are other strong teams like Brooklyn, Nashville, and DeQueen, as well as Mills, who are all in contention to go to Bank OZK, PA is really the team to beat in girls basketball.
I mean, yeah, and when this team ended up being halfway through the season, 16-0, people were already saying that they're going to be the state champions. I mean, this PA team, they've had a lot of hype, coached by Becky Yarbrook. Her 21st year at Pulaski Academy. Pulaski Academy has had a long history of legendary coaches. Of course, Kevin Kelly won 7 state titles in football for Pulaski Academy. Pulaski Academy, they breed athletes. It's insane. It's such a great athletic school, as well as that basket will be good as well, so we'll make it a 40-point lead here. Or, excuse me, a 30-point lead.
PA is just so dominant.
Altman for 3 in the corner. Gentry got the rebound, but will end up losing it. Madison Sanders will take it up court. We'll give it over to Johnson, and Johnson is fouled as well. So
I believe if they're able to make it all the way to Bank OZK and win the state championship, this will be their first undefeated season in school history.
For sure, and I can't remember the last time a team went undefeated. I know it's happened before, but I can't personally remember the last time a team went undefeated and went all the way with it and end up winning a state championship on top of that. A nice pull-up jumper. That one is good from Elmore.
We've already seen what they can do against the Mills at University Comets, and beating that team by 30, one of the most dominating teams in 4A already, going to be playing DeQueen tomorrow. If they match up with Mills again, will it be the same story? And if DeQueen manages to pull out a win, a team that PA is not familiar with, has never played before, what will happen is really, really the question, because PA is set up to go to Banco ZK right now. Now, never rule out an upset. We've got, you know, this team, obviously, Arkadelphia, and the winner of the Brooklyn-Nashville game that we got to see defeat PA to surpass in order to go to Banco ZK.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a tough road from here. PA, though, very, very dominant in Class 4A.
Be a travel called on Jackson. And I expect Pulaski Academy to probably move up to 5A. Maybe not this year, but at least next year. Pulaski Academy, I believe they're in 6A football. So I expect Pulaski Academy to probably move up classifications after this year, or maybe after next year.
Possibly on the next rotation. I'm sure they would move up to 5A.
Yeah.
A lot of teams that we've seen here tonight, I believe, will as well.
Yeah, and I know Brooklyn as well eventually. I don't know, it's not after this year, but I think after next year they will also become an all 5A school. So these schools are growing, and that's what happens when you mess with the classifications. You grow more school population. Free throw shots coming up here.
I could be wrong, but I think the next conference shakeup is in the 2028 to 2029 season.
I think you're right, because they just did a conference shakeup this year. First free throw is good from Stewart. Altman will come out of the ball game for J. Mac McKillen.
Obviously, in the boys division, there were two big teams that moved up to 5A that were contenders for the state championship last year and that met each other in the finals, that being Farmington and LRCA. I do wonder, though, if those teams stayed in 4A, what would be happening in this tournament right now?
That's a great question. Obviously, Farmington last year had Lane Taylor, arguably is going to go down as one of the best basketball players in the state of Arkansas, at least in the northwest area of the state. And obviously, Little Rock Christian, that team last year dominated two back-to-back 4A state champions, ended up losing to Benton earlier today. Will take the shot that time, and it's good. Mid-range jumper will fall for Stewart. Stewart now with 21 points for Pulaski Academy.
You know, we could just sit here up in the booth and praise PA all day long, but it's really, really hard not to. They're such a dominant team.
Yeah, I mean, when you go undefeated, that's not something that happens a whole lot. It's hard to even beat a team, especially in your conference, 2 or 3 times in a row in one season. So, and PA's been able to do that all year.
To me, it's not necessarily just them being undefeated. When you look at their schedule, they've barely had anybody even come close to beating them. Most of their wins by 30 or 40 points.
Yeah, I mean, I see that Lakeside game on February 21st. They ended up beating them 63 to 21 over Melbourne, 73 to 25. That was actually in the first round of the playoffs. Ball will go back towards Pulaski Academy here. Pass in will come up here for the Lady Bruins.
2 other big schools that PA dominated over. Robinson, they beat them 66 to 18, and they beat Morrilton 40 to 19. So, you know, even though you could, you know, talk about Arkadelphia and what they're doing wrong on the play, you know, obviously PA brings this out in teams to where they have massive scoring droughts because of just how dominant they are throughout the entire matchup.
Number 25 will pick up a foul for Pulaski Academy. Bruins will be in bonus here. Pulaski Academy with 2 team fouls so far in this third quarter. Trying to dump that one off inside. Will miss that one as well.
A little bit of a preview for the next matchup. We'll see the Mills University Comets take on the Pottsville Apaches. Yesterday we saw J.C. Jones with a game-winning fadeaway.
Yeah, that was a massive win for Pottsville. Pottsville upsetting Nashville. It was the Battle of the Vills yesterday, and that was an awesome win for Pottsville. J.C. Jones, like you mentioned, hit us the 1,000th career point yesterday. That three-point shot is off that time. Will go out of bounds, so Pulaski Academy will get the basketball back here. A 40-point lead for the Bruins. That one's stolen. TC Tate will look to take it coast to coast. Right hand finesse is no good. We'll get our own ball back though. We'll get another offensive rebound. J-Mac, top of the key, will hit that three-point shot. So great job from McKillen.
Well-needed tray ball. Their first point since before the half ended.
TT Tate with a nice floater. We'll get that one to go as well. Baseline drive coming up. That shot's blocked. We'll go out of bounds on Arkadelphia. We'll get the pass in. We'll get it into Elroy. She'll miss. Whistles are blown once again.
Now, although we have talked about how dominant PA has been, there were 2 teams looking at the schedule that came close, at least within 10 points. You had the Stuttgart Lady Rice Birds,
who ended up losing to Brooklyn, actually, in the regional tournament.
Stuttgart lost that matchup by 8. Then you also have Lake Hamilton, who I believe is the closest one, where PA won that one 54-51. Everybody else throughout the entire rest of the season has lost by about 5 points or more.
Tough contact under the goal, so free throw shots will be awarded to the Lady Bruins. Lindsey Johnson will be shooting.
There were actually 2 other matchups that were fairly close at the beginning of the season. On December 7th, it was West Side, not the 4A contender, but managed to only win that one by 4. And then the day before that, they played Valonia, only winning by 5 points. So only really 4 matchups where they did not win by 10, which is a massive, massive accomplishment. It's one thing to go undefeated, but it's also one thing to dominate in such a way where you're up on the team you're playing by 20 to 30, sometimes 40 and 50 points every single time.
Yeah, I mean, that's be able to score something like that and be able to dominate all year like that. And that's something you don't see very often.
Something a team I'm sure would be happy to get even once a season, let alone like probably 20 or 30.
Nice inbound that time, and will be another basket for Johnston. Excuse me, that was Carter who had got that basket. She's able to get another point. It is 60-20 here. Put that one up, that one's off. Get that one over to Sasha Payne. Top of the key for Johnson. Johnson will miss that one as well. Arkadelphia had just been so unsuccessful tonight from the three-point line. Corner three coming up once again. Shot's good for Pulaski Academy.
There's still 1:40 left to go in the third and a whole nother quarter. Could we possibly see PA win this game by 50, even 60, 70 points?
I think they're on track to at least score 80 by the end of the night.
It's just been absolute domination from PA so far.
That free throw is good. Make it 63-21 here. Right wing once again, can she hit it? She does.
Able to knock down another tray ball on the Lady Bruins. I don't know how often this happens, but they have managed to almost score 30 points in this quarter.
Unbelievable. Big time three from Harper. Z Harper will get that one to go. We'll miss that one. And Arkadelphia will have it back here. Z Harper on that left wing, almost lost control. Gets it out. Johnson, top of the key. From way downtown, we'll miss that one. As the clock rolls down here. Less than 10 to go. Under the basket, puts a tough contested shot up, gets the putback though, and Hutchison will get that one to fall. So it will be almost 70 points for Pulaski Academy heading into the fourth quarter. 68 to the Arkadelphia Lady Badgers. 24, you're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association Class 4A State Basketball Tournament.
Upgrade to a new Train home comfort system with Air today and receive up to $2,500 in instant rebates and tax incentives. Special financing is available, subject to credit approval. Call Air today, your trusted heat and air company.
It's hard to stop a train.
When you're at home, you need right fiber. Some say it's not whether you win or lose, but how you play. Maybe. But with Right Fiber's 100% fiber internet, you always win. No matter which side you're on. Fall in love with your gig speed internet. Get gig smitten. Get Right Fiber.
Back inside Panther Arena as Pulaski Academy almost with 70 points heading into this fourth quarter.
Pulaski Academy scored 29 points in the third quarter.
29?
29.
Wow. It doesn't get much better than that, really. As mercy rule will be in effect here in the quarterfinal. Altman over to TT Tate. Tate bounce pass inside. Altman's going to get it right back. Get over to Z Harper. Back to Altman at 17 to shoot on the shot clock. Altman trying to get inside will draw a foul. So we've seen two different mercy rules effect from both the Queen and Pulaski Academy. How much does that tell you about how good both of those teams are to be able to pull a mercy rule effect in the fourth quarter of a quarterfinal game in the state tournament?
I think it tells you that we may see these two teams collide at Banco ZK next week.
It depends if Brooklyn or Nashville is able to somehow upset the undefeated Pulaski Academy Lady Bruins.
Now, obviously, even though I say that, Pulaski Academy, still very possible for there to be an upset. You mentioned it in the boys division. We saw one of the biggest upsets of high school basketball this year. Forest City being upset by Eastham.
100% the biggest upset in at least 4A. Little Rock's Catholic actually ended up upsetting the #1 seeded Harrison Goblins in the 5A tournament. That was also a pretty big upset. And one. And one for TT Tate. But when you talk about big upsets, definitely that Forest City and Eastham game definitely got to be one of the biggest upsets that we've seen so far in the state tournaments.
Well, Mills and the Queen play tomorrow for one of the semifinal matches. The winner of this will play the winner of Brooklyn and Nashville. Even though I say we could possibly see them in Banco ZK, you never really know until the game is over.
Yes, that's very true. Try to get that one inside. Altman will get the steal.
I do wonder if it'll be this big of a deficit in the semifinals against PA. Nobody has been able to really do anything against them so far.
Pulaski Academy, a very dominating team in 4A. Clock will keep rolling here. Pulaski Academy still with 68 points. They've actually yet to score in this fourth quarter.
Even though Pulaski Academy has been dominating the first three, currently have not scored a single point since the third. Here in the fourth. They're trying to find it.
Almost at that 30-point mark. As they'll have the ball back here. Tate will take it with the right hand. Will miss that one. So a nice rebound from the Lady Bruins. Hutcherson will take it. Bounce pass inside for off the back glass right wing off the back glass with the right hand. That was number 14, Kaylee Mitchell.
That'll be the first bucket from PA in the fourth quarter. It's a 41-point deficit on the board. With the clock running, I think it's safe to say this matchup is just about over. Arkadelphia has really tried their hearts out. They have a lot of great players, but when you have the wall in front of you that is the Pulaski Academy Lady Bruins, it's a tough matchup. You know that going in, and they're an intimidating team to play against. It is the quarterfinals of action here at the Class 4A state tournament. Panther Arena has been electric all day long. We've seen
yeah, this is definitely the most hype it's been so far. I mean, that student section that Magnolia brought out, call them the Wall of Death for a reason. Well, I mean, it's definitely one of the hardest student sections to play against, at least in the 4A conference or 4A classification.
And I'm sure we'll continue to see the next three matchups after this. Even more energy.
So we're going to see a timeout called. So Pulaski Academy leads Arkadelphia 70-29. You're watching the Class 4A Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association Class 4A State Basketball Tournament.
Since 1945, we've been more than just a bank. We've been deeply rooted in communities across Arkansas, growing alongside the families and businesses we serve. We started the Farmers and Merchants Bank in Stuttgart, Arkansas 80 years ago to ensure working folks could borrow money to run their farms, fund their businesses, and build their families' futures. Today, Farmers and Merchants Bank is proud to continue supporting our communities, including our students and athletes. Farmers and Merchants Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Attention sports enthusiasts, get ready to be amazed by Summerwood Sports Complex, the new state-of-the-art facility in Bryant. Our facility offers up to 4 courts spread across 2 spacious gyms, conveniently located off Interstate 30 in Bryant. Whether you're a team seeking tournament glory or an individual looking to elevate your skills, Summerwood Sports has got you covered. Discover more about our cutting-edge facility and check availability at summerwoodsports.com.
Welcome you back inside Panther Arena. Pulaski Academy with a massive lead over Arkadelphia, 70-29 here. It's a big lead for the Bruins as the clock will sit at 2:19. She'll make that free throw.
Now only a 40-point lead against Arkadelphia. Arkadelphia, you know, they have really been trying tonight, and shots just haven't been going. Pulaski Academy, a tough team to play on defense. We're going to see a steal there and contact in the paint. PA intentionally fouling just to drain this clock out, knowing that mercy rule is in effect.
The final 2 minutes in this ball game as it starts to clock down. Pulaski, 70 points on Arkadelphia tonight to their 30 in this quarterfinal of the state tournament. We'll miss both free throws.
As the clock winds down, PA closer than ever to heading off to the semifinals, which will be played tomorrow. We're going to see a lot of competition tomorrow.
On a fast break. Right hand finesse is good for the Lady Badgers.
Still putting up an effort despite being down by 36. It's been a fun matchup to cover. PA, very dominant, obviously.
The game after this, we'll have Mills University and Pottsville. It's all live here on YouTube.
going to be an exciting one.
It ought to be, yeah, especially with Pottsville getting that upset win with the buzzer beater mid-range jumper from J.C. Jones over Nashville. Mills obviously dominated low note. Like they were up 30 points at halftime in that game. So honestly, I can't really say what could happen in that game. Mills obviously a very dominating team, but you don't want to shout out Pottsville or shut down Pottsville. Pottsville, who came up with a huge upset in that ball game, but Pulaski Academy will move on to the second round, or excuse me, the semifinals. They will play March 8th, that's tomorrow at 6 p.m. Final score, Pulaski Academy 72 to Arkadelphia's 32. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association Class 4A State Basketball Tournament.
You've got to have someone that understands what you are doing as a mission. Community bankers are important that way because they understand the community relationships that we have to form to be successful.
I feel like First Community Bank and Myers-Davis, our cultures are so similar. It is all about relationships.
It's a real boon to our community to have a bank like First Community to be supportive of so many things.
They're willing to take a chance on entrepreneurs, which is helpful to make the community grow.
When you look at St. Bernard's today, you'll see history being made, day after day. Because the people of St. Bernard's never stop providing healing that goes beyond medicine, beyond the walls of our hospitals and clinics. And our mission grows stronger every day. A mission started by sisters determined to bring healing to all those in need, today and for generations to come. St. Bernard's, 125 years of healing beyond medicine.
A huge win for Pulaski Academy as they move on to the semifinals. They will either play Nashville or the Brooklyn Lady Bearcats. That game will take place at 7 o'clock tonight. All live here on YouTube. Ethan, final thoughts for that massive, dominating victory over Arkadelphia.
You said it, you know, PA, a dominating force. Obviously, Arkadelphia tried their best, but nobody could come out on top against the Lady Bruins so far, not only in playoffs, but in their season as well.
So final score, Pulaski Academy 72 to Arkadelphia's 32. Coming up next, it is Mills University and Pottsville. You're watching the Centennial Bank Arkansas Activities Association Class 4A State Basketball Tournament.